Hello everyone, I am Babruvan Solunke, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In this session, I am going to teach convolutional neural network of deep learning. Learning objective. By the end of this session, you will be able to identify and outline the component of the CNN architecture, illustrate how convolutional and pooling layers are used for extracting the feature from the input data, understand the working of the fully connected layer for the final output prediction. How the input image work in computers. The images are stored in the pixel matrix format with the grayscale image or color image. For the color image, we have the size, height into width into number of channels. Here 3 represent the red, green and blue channels. These array are the numeric form of the images that computer can process. Here we have the example of the array of 32 by 32 by 3 size, where each cell represent the pixel values. The existing artificial neural network like multi-layer perceptron has not the capability to process the highly resolution images. For example, here you can see we have the image of size 2400 by 802 by 3 pixels. So total number of pixels are 57,74,400. So processing this pixel using the normal multi-layer perceptron is practically impossible, because the multi-layer perceptron process each pixel independently. It treats every pixel as an independent unit instead of understanding the correlation between the features, spatial correlation between the features. Therefore, as the size of the pixel increases, the number of neurons will be increases. So for processing this huge amount of pixels, we require the huge amount of the neurons in the input layer and in the subsequent hidden layer and the output layer. Therefore, the neural network becomes complex and require very high training parameters, and practically it is impossible for creating such a network for the high resolution images. Therefore, we go for the CNN. It is a specialized type of the deep learning model designed mainly for processing unstructured data like high resolution images, videos and spatial data. It is inspired by our human visual systems, particularly effective in the image recognition, object detection, segmentation and classification tasks. It has the capability to automatically extract the spatial features from the images for computer vision tasks. It has 3 layers: convolutional, pooling and fully connected layers. This is the layered architecture of the CNN, starting with the convolutional layers with the ReLU activation function for the non-linearity, followed by the max pooling layers, followed by the fully connected layers, and finally we have the predicted output as a class labels. This is the flowchart of the CNN. Start with the convolutional layer used for converting the images into array. Then the ReLU layer, it converts the negative numbers present in the input array into the 0 values. Pooling layer, it is used to reduce the spatial size of the image. And the fully connected network, it combines the extracted features and represent a new model for making the final prediction. So let us start with the first layer, that is convolutional layers. This is a fundamental building block of the CNN that applies the learnable filters and their ReLU function to extract the feature from the input data. For detecting the particular feature in the input, we can apply the filters. The filter produces the feature map, and this feature map highlights the particular feature present in that images. The convolutional layer has the following characteristics like local receptive field. It means each filter scans the small region of the input instead of scanning the whole image at once. So it captures the local spatial patterns from the images through this filter. Weight sharing is possible. The same filter weight are reused across the input. Therefore, drastically we can reduce the parameters of the network and improve the overall efficiency. The feature extraction is automatically done using this layer. It learns and extracts these hierarchical features starting from the simple edges in the early layers to complex patterns in the deeper layers like the shapes, textures and so on. It uses the concept of the stride and padding. Stride determines the step size of the filter movement, and padding is used to control the output size. and preserve the edge information. The output is a feature map that serves as an input for pooling layer or for the further convolutional layers. Here is the working of the convolutional layers on the given input image in the form of the matrix. Here these values are indicating the pixel value of the given images. So we can apply the filters using the dot product operation on the different subregions of this given matrix. So size of this filter is 2 by 2. Therefore, initially this filter will be applied on the first subregion having the pixel value 4, 21, 2 and 22. The dot product is applied. So therefore 4 into 0, answer is 0. 21 into minus 1, minus 21. 2 into 1, 2. 22 into 1, 22. So the answer is 3. So it means that this region is reduced to a single pixel value, that is 3. So in this way we can scan the other regions by moving forward by one column or by one row, and reduces this given matrix into the feature map. So these extracted features are stored in the form of the feature map, dimensionality reduced. So these filters are used to extract the important features from the images and ignoring the irrelevant part. Next layer, actually it is an activation function called as the rectified linear unit. It is defined as ReLU of the input x equal to max of 0, x. Actually it replaces all the negative values in the given input x matrix with a 0. It has advantages for the network. First, that is non-linearity. It introduces the non-linearity into the model, enabling the network to learn the complex patterns beyond the linear relationship. It is computationally efficient because the ReLU uses simple mathematical operations, making it very fast to compute. Prevent the vanishing gradient problem. Unlike the sigmoid, tan H or the other activation function, ReLU keep the gradient large for positive inputs, therefore allowing the training faster. Sparse activation, it means negative value are become 0, therefore only a portion of the neurons will be active at a time, therefore improving the efficiency and reducing the problem of overfitting. So here is the example of how the ReLU works on this convoluted matrix. So here we have the minus 2 value in this matrix. So this minus 2 value will be replaced with 0 value by applying this ReLU layer. Then next, pooling layer. Pooling layer is used for reducing the dimensionality of the given input. It downsample the feature map and has the following characteristics. First, that is the dimensionality reduction. It reduces the spatial size of the feature map, lowering the training parameters, computations and memory usage. The processed image still retain the important information from that image. Translation invariance, it means that the network less sensitive to the small shift, rotation, distortion in the input. Noise will be also get reduced because only the most important features are retained while discarding the irrelevant details or noise present in the image. It avoids the problem of overfitting by simplifying the representation. So the pooling layer to improve the generalization by avoiding the overfitting. Here is the working of this pooling layer. Here type of the pooling is max pooling. So we can apply it on the 2 by 2 regions of this convoluted matrix. So first region is 3, 22, 23, 25. So we apply the max pooling. So this max pooling layer, it find out the maximum value, pixel value from the given region. Here the 25 is maximum value. So only 25 is extracted. And the pooling layer move to the next region of 2 by 2 size, and in this region 87 is the maximum value. So again it moves by one column. So next region is 0, 10, 87, 139. Here the maximum value is 139. So again it moves by one column and the maximum value is 139. So this convoluted matrix is reduced to only a single vectors of value 25, 87, 139, 139. So this pixeled array is having the whole important information from the convolutional matrix. We have three types of the pooling layer. Max pooling used for finding the largest element from the rectified feature map. Average pooling, it find out the average of the input value present in that regions. Sum pooling, it perform the summation of all the element in the feature map. So this converting the pooled feature map into the array is known as a data flattening operation. So this data flattening operation is needed for the input to the next fully connected layers. Here the 25, 87, 139, 139, this is called as the flattened input data, which is given to the fully connected layer. Now take a pause and answer this question. Which of the following statement is true about convolutional neural network? We have 4 options: A, B, C, D. Here the correct answer is A. CNN uses convolutional and pooling operation to automatically extract the spatial feature. Now next layer of the CNN is fully connected layer. It is called as fully connected because each neuron in the previous layer is connected to every neuron in the next layers. It is used for combining the features to represent the high level feature extracted by the convolutional and pooling layers to make the final prediction. Its role is to produce the output. It is nearly placed at the end of the network, map the features to the final output classes, for example cat, dog, etc. for the animal images. Trainable parameters, it contains the weights, biases for all the connections, often leading to a large number of the parameters, and make the final decisions as like a traditional neural network by performing the classification or regression task based on the learned features. So this is the structure of this fully connected layer. Here the flattened input data is given to each neuron of the input layers, which is forwarded to the hidden layers. In the hidden layer, the awaited sum of the input is performed, and then the activation function is applied to produce the output for the next hidden layers. And in this layer, again the weighted sum and the activation function is applied, and the output is produced at the output layers. If that input feature data is for images, then the output can be like bird or cat, one of these two, if we have the binary classification problem. These are the references. Thank you.